Today's episode of the Totally Rad Show is brought to you by LensCrafters. Coming up, we discuss 3 games to check out in this edition of On My Radar.
Totally Rad Show.
So we are back in On My Radar. This is the segment where we kind of talk about things that may not have fit right into the show, and without them just sort of slipping by, we have an opportunity to talk to you guys about some of the little nuggets. I'm going to go to Jeff first. El Jefe.
Got a recommendation of a really cool Steam game. It's only $10. It's called Dust Force.
Not Dust Off.
Not Dust Off. You got that in my head. You put a little
I
hole,
saw
like
you. I saw
Star Trek.
What's Dust Force?
It's really cool. It's a 2D platformer where you play a dude with a broom.
That sounds amazing.
And you gotta clean some stuff. And there's grime and gunk and leaves and whatever, dust all over stuff, and you run around cleaning. But it's all about traversal, and you can do some incredible maneuvers. You can jump off walls, you can run up walls, you can run on ceilings for short periods of time.
Lionel Richie action?
Yeah.
Like Super Meat Boy, think.
Very similar to Super Meat Boy, or even N+ kind of.
Yeah.
With a broom.
Graphic style, very cool. It's sort of an animated look. And I love all the enemies are like animals and creatures and stuff in the environment, and they attack you only because they're dirty. And even if you clean them off, they're like, oh, cool, I'm cool, don't worry about it.
I'm cool, you're cool.
Yeah, we're all cool. It gets very, very difficult, so fair warning there. But wow, is it stylish, and wow, is it fun. It does a really cool thing of, I liken it to sort of N+ or one of these platformers, Meet Super Meat Boy, but mixed with a little bit of Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's cool.
Because momentum is a really big factor, and the way the levels are laid out, there are, your gunk tracks or whatever it is, they're little bits of crap that you need to clean off the environments, are laid out in ways where it kind of shows you a roadmap in the same way that Sonic's rings would do that, where you're like, okay, that's where I'm supposed to go, and that's where I'm supposed to jump off the wall and such. And so you can really get this flow going when you're running through the environments, and it's really fun and exhilarating.
And it's like only $10 is one of these downloadable games?
Only $10 on Steam. I hope it comes to Xbox Live and PSN because it would make a great controller. I've been playing it with a controller on my PC, but I highly recommend it. Again, very difficult. It gets ramps up the difficulty, but it has a level editor, so I'm sure there's going to be user-created levels coming soon, and it's really stylish and cool.
Dust Force. All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, Dust Force.
Daniel Trachtenberg.
Well, after we played Soul
Calibur.
No. The spaceflight game.
Soul.
Oh, Soul Exodus.
Soul Exodus. And we talked about Crimson Skies and things like that. I had remembered an Xbox Live Arcade downloadable title that I played the demo of and really enjoyed it and never played the game. It's called Skydrift. It is a freaking awesome game. You guys should download it because there's a multiplayer. It's awesome. It is a racing game, kind of like Mario Kart or whatever, or any of the Blur now, any game where there's power-ups that everyone is after, a kart racer. But you're flying in a plane, so any up, down. So it's for me, I feel like I'm Luke Skywalker in Beggar's Canyon, and we're all like, there's a million other crazy, awesome planes. We're all, and
you know, like Wipeout maybe?
Yes, but it's planes.
Right.
Not as fast as Wipeout is like all about speed, and you're on a track. Like you don't even really see a track here, but like because it's air. But there are certainly guiding.
It's air.
It's air. You're
planes
flying.
in the
It's
air.
not land. It's air.
Yeah, it's not planes taxiing.
You know what's?
So what am I breathing?
I'll tell you what's great about it is like normally in games the barrel roll is completely aesthetic. You don't actually have to use or like they call it the knife. Like maneuver to get your plane jackknife.
Knife
something.
This one's called the knife-like maneuver.
But anyway, like there are slivers that everyone's like gunning towards that you have to go whatever, and also you can turn better if you go knife side. So like it's
Knife
dude,
side.
guys, and it also the graphics
Freaking knife side.
the graphics are gorgeous. It has destructible environments like Split Second where all of a sudden crazy lava is coming, like crazy things are falling on
wow.
you. Or like, dude, it does. And every race is you're on the edge of your seat. The music's great. Like it does what you want every race.
This came out a while ago?
It came out like this year, I'm pretty sure, or 2011. But yeah, and it got high. I went back and like it got high ratings, and I just never
What's it
played
called?
Sky Drift. So
Sky
much
Drift.
fun. It's probably
Interesting.
not the longest game. I played 3 of 7
Yeah.
areas.
Yeah.
But there's multiplayer. I don't know if people are still on it, but boy, it's
Yeah.
so much fun. It would be great if we did the 24-hour gaming.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sky drifted to
Just
the nice.
drifted to skies.
Sky
Knife it up.
drifted, knife it up.
Knife style.
Do the
Yeah.
knife style looking
the
thing
air.
in the
Yeah.
air. Well, we're gonna keep going with the sort of micro game type of thing. We were gonna be doing it on my radar, and I was like, oh, I don't really have anything. Been playing a lot of SWTOR, so it's not like I've been playing any other games, and so I was like, I'm gonna take this opportunity. I love tower defense games, love them. Played through a lot of them, and I wanted a new tower defense game on the iPad, sort of like when I was playing Plants vs. Zombies ad infinitum. And so there's a game that was a Flash game, a very successful Flash game called Kingdom Rush. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Kingdom Rush. Oh my God, oh gentlemen, welcome to the Rush. Well, right now, it was released on December 30th, 2011 for the iOS, for the iPad. And they've been celebrating the launch by, it's only 99 cents.
Not on the iPhone though, just on the iPad.
No, it's on both.
Okay.
But it's 99 cents on the iPad. This is a game that could easily be sold for $7.99, $8.99, $6.99. And
But wait, there's more.
No, I mean seriously, you would not think twice. It's not like, oh, it's a little amazing tower defense game, but not only that, it's got this really rich RPG element to it. But it does this thing in a very interesting way, which is like a lot of the different, the sort of star system, where if you do okay, you get 1 star. If you do better, 2, and then 3. But what they do is those stars are the points you then spend leveling up your skills.
Cool.
So you literally, if you get to a point where you're not good enough, you can just go back and try to get all 3 stars on these things.
Right.
So it actually means something rather than just like,
Yeah.
haha, look, I got all 3 stars. And it's super fun. It's super funny. This music is great. It looks great. And it's only 99 cents. But not only that, if you want, it was one of these games where I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy this to play it. It looks cool and see if this is what I'm gonna do for On My Radar. So I started downloading it on the iPad, but I was on the website and I was like, oh, it started as a Flash game, so I just clicked play. And about 3 hours later, I was like, oh my God, it's 8. I stood up and I was like, what the hell have I been? I mean, like literally,
Yeah.
I was playing like this. No, because I just didn't expect to be playing that long, so I didn't even get comfortable. Sort of like sitting awkwardly, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna play I'll just do one more level. You know what I mean? Like, it was so instantly engaging and
great.
entertaining, and there's a ton of different enemy types, and they're all, you build mage towers, and then all of a sudden your mage towers, because you can build like Tesla coils that cycle through people. I mean, it's really smart. You can build these like tree houses with elves in them.
I have to admit, I'm a little burnt out on tower defense.
I was for a while, which is why I hadn't gotten to one, but this one does it in such a fun and elegant way. It almost feels like if the feeling of Magicka was put into the magic, like
Yeah.
when you do it, it's like, you like level up your mage tower and it's like might and magic. You know what I mean? Like
There's a
so
game-
much stupid stuff like that I love.
I thought we were going to say what you played was there's a game on Steam called Dungeon Defenders that is a
Yeah.
multiplayer
Yeah.
tower defense.
Yeah, I
It
tried
seemed
to play that a
interesting.
little bit, but
You did?
I looked through it, but it's really good. And for 99 cents, if you have an iPad and you like tower defense games, it's 99 cents. I mean, it's like it shouldn't be 99 cents. I don't know why it's 99 cents. It might be a typo.
We gotta get you on a Hero Academy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dan and I have been
I
playing
saw
the
that.
crap out of that.
Yeah,
I've been all these games up with
I was
people.
almost going to talk. That really has been ruining my days.
It's great.
It's a phenomenal game. I twittered out my name.
Asynchronous play on the iPhone is, I mean,
Well, we were
friends
excited
has
about that for a
proven
while.
it.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. And there are going to be more of them, I think, and it
Yeah.
really does. But then it also opens up to multi-platform. I mean, that's where it really starts to shine. But anyway, all 3 great games. I'm very excited to try out yours. You guys should definitely try out Kingdom
I
Rush.
don't know. It sounds expensive.
That's the best part. It isn't. All right, everybody, be sure to stick around. We're going to be answering one of your Twitter questions right after this. But first, LensCrafters made Mikey see things.
What do they
Check
make
it
me
out.
see?
Hey guys, so I decided to come from behind the camera and came here to LensCrafters to check out their AccuFit digital measurement system. Did you know that you can take the same eyewear prescription to a different vision care professional and actually see differently? Here we go. These are them. The placement of your prescription in your frames is very important to seeing your best, and that's why it should be custom fit to your face. So with this in mind, LensCrafters has designed and launched AccuFit technology, an exclusive state-of-the-art digital measurement system that delivers the best possible placement of your eyewear prescription within your eyeglass frames.
It measures from here to here, here to there, spits up these numbers, lets us know exactly how to cut out your lenses and what.
AccuFit technology precisely measures the relationship between your eyes, face, and frame to more accurately place your prescription in your eyeglass frame. And it's been proven to be 5 times more precise than manual measurements. More precise optical measurements results in clearer, crisper vision. Oh yeah, I like those. Those are great. So crystal clear. So this was an awesome experience, and you guys have to check it out. So go to lenscrafters.com/AccuFit to find a local store so you can try out their AccuFit system.
So thank you, LensCrafters. Congratulations, Mikey. We will see you guys tomorrow.
And Mike will see him even better.
Join us tomorrow for another edition of Versus.
Today's Twitter question comes to us from @KO
Cosio.
Cosio. KO Cosio. Hey, KO Cosio. What's the worst haircut you ever got, and how much did it cost?
I have a story.
I'm excited. What's your story?
You know who has become all of our friend Jerry, who I went to college with.
Yes.
He and I were friends in college, and he was a big proponent of the salon, going to the salon, as we would call
Nice.
it. And he talked me into going to the salon. I was very much a Supercuts, $10, whatever hole in the wall place I could find, cheapest version.
Yep.
Jerry,
Yep.
no, you got to pay $40, $50 salon due. I was like, I don't want to do it. But then I went and saw. This was in college a while back. I went and saw Jackie Brown. And this is so embarrassing. And I saw Robert De Niro's haircut in that movie, and I was like, that's a great haircut. I would love Robert De Niro's haircut.
Longer, right?
Yeah, it's kind of long and swept back. So we go to the salon that Jerry was all hip to, and I tell the lady, I want to be like Robert De Niro from Jackie Brown, and she hadn't seen the movie, and there were no pictures of it. There was no internet
Or iPhone,
like
yeah,
iPhone
yeah.
thing I could just show.
Right.
This was the Stone Ages, and it was a disaster. Of
What did
epic
the haircut
performance.
look like?
It was up to that point the most expensive haircut I'd ever had, and also the worst haircut I'd ever had. And it was like a poofy, like Italian, horrible Guido type thing.
That
And we had
could've
like a
been
party
kinda
at our
his
place.
hair. I feel like that may have been
Yeah.
accurate to.
No, it wasn't
It
accurate.
just landed
too.
on him differently.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
It's
It
not
was
like a
dreadful.
Although I feel like you do probably have
Moonlander.
hair like his.
So what up with you, man?
So I was very experimental as a kid. I had
remember.
lightning bolts.
Did you really?
In my head.
God, I
but when the barber did it, he was super cool dude. One eye injured from Vietnam. Helicopter door blown off. Oh, so he was like my.
That's
it was
what
like
you
so
want,
cool.
a haircut guy with no depth perception.
But he wasn't like.
lightning bolts?
My point is,
Scissors!
he wasn't hip. He was like, so getting lines in people's hair wasn't like what you did when you went to him.
Right.
But he screwed up. I wanted them to be connected. They're basically Z's that were connected in the back, and he screwed it up. So I had like a double line in the
He
back.
started on one side and went on the other side, and he was like,
and then it didn't. Yeah.
No depth perception, Dan.
Yeah.
But even cooler was he later put it in the back of my head the letters TC because my nickname in karate class was Turbocharge.
Yes!
Yep. And then also way
Top
later,
that, Alex.
I had a
There's nothing
shaved
I
hair, and they accidentally lined me up front, so I looked like a kind of like a black guy.
I'm
you know,
calling
like,
you turbocharged from now on.
Yeah,
Don't know why I
that
never
was
knew
terrible.
that.
Those are my 3 bad experiences.
Good work, Turbocharge.
Yeah.
I have had many over my many years. I think the most scarring was as a skater. I had that half shaved, like this side all shaved, this side like super long, Sort of like the like one of the 3 bullies in Simpsons.
Yes, totally,
With, like, the
exactly.
nose. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
man.
My
That's
friend had that too.
exactly what I had, and my horrible horrors. Because that takes a long time to get that style going. You got to
It
work on
does.
that for a long
Did
time.
it go wrong? Or you're just
Planning.
saying just the fact that you got that
No,
haircut?
supercuts.
Oh, yeah.
Getting ready.
Yeah.
Got my spiel. Shave. Maybe a trim. Just
You're
trim
like,
it up.
can you give me like the Simpsons character?
Yeah. And the lady literally like takes her hand and like pulls back my bangs and then puts her hands like this and gets the scissors. And I was like, wait a minute, what are you about to do? And she was like, what? I'm cutting your hair. And I was like, no, I said, don't cut the bangs. And she literally, without letting go of the hair, does this. These are your bangs. These are not your bangs. These are your bangs. These are not your bangs. And I go, it's the same fucking hair. Like, you're not letting go of the hair. But she wouldn't hear. I mean, I was young enough that I was like, I mean, it was like 13.
I'm impressed that you even
I think it's
knew.
hilarious that your worst haircut is getting rid of that. that
It
look.
was. At the time, that was the worst thing. Thank you at Ko
Kosio.
Kosio, whatever. Love it.